When the Rockies sell out Coors Field, or like the Cubs or the Cardinals do, there are more fans in the stands at Coors than there are electric vehicles in our state. There are 45,000 EVs in all of Colorado. The first executive order signed by Democratic Governor Jared Polis when he took office was to increase the number of electric vehicles 20 times over by 2030. Our Marshall Zellinger found some obstacles on the road ahead.
We're going to stop before we pull into this condo garage in Keystone, even though it's what's inside here that has us interested, or rather, what's not inside. This letter from the condo's homeowners association spells out why the HOA is going to prohibit electric vehicles from using the garage, parked or charging.
They were trying to say, does an electrical vehicle burn more? And I was like, no, all vehicles burn. You know, it can happen.
Division Chief Kim McDonald is the fire marshal for Summit Fire Rescue and EMS. He talked with the HOA prior to its decision to ban EVs. The letter from the HOA stated the fire marshal agreed an EV battery fire would result in a substantial loss.
With electrical vehicle fire, yes, it's more intense, takes a little bit longer to put out, takes a lot more water. But that was pretty well the extent of our conversation.
The ban on EVs here is a bit of a roadblock to Democratic Governor Jared Polis's goal of having 940,000 electric vehicles on the road by 2030. That was his first ever executive order, one of Polis's promises. When he signed it, there were between 15,000 and 17,000 EVs on the road. 2 years later, 44,352. And some of them cannot park in this parking garage at 19th and California in downtown Denver.
What we have behind us appears to be proactive nature by the building owner here.
Denver Fire Captain Greg Pixley points out this safety warning, banning Chevy Bolts from parking here, has nothing to do with fire codes, just the building owner's concern for an ongoing recall due to risk of battery fires.
What we have here is somebody that is looking at the concerns surrounding these type of vehicles and trying to go a step farther than the Denver Fire Department would.
This is not a blanket ban on EVs, like the condo garage in Keystone. Just look beyond the gates. That's a charging station for electric vehicles. Well, anything but a Chevy Bolt. Now comes the investigative part. I'm still trying to get an answer if an HOA can ban EVs. There's a state law to make living with an EV in an HOA easier. I just don't have the answer right now if there needs to be some option. And perhaps, Kyle, that option is you can have an EV at this HOA. You just got to park outside and not inside. And I think that might be what the answer that I'm going to get is.
So this is my ignorance, because I grew up in the country and now I live in the city. So like HOAs are like these foreign things to me that fascinate me. So like HOAs can dictate like which of the 17 shades of beige your house can be. Yep. Whether you can paint your mailbox green, whether you can, but they can't tell you can't fly an American flag. Right. You have to be able to do that. Could they say no EVs?
So I was talking to Summit Fire about this, and based on their guidance, they can educate the HOA about fire danger, but they were saying they're not going to come to us for this rule, just like they're not going to come to us to say, hey, is it okay if we have a rule that you can't paint your house pink?
Yeah.
They can be more restrictive in certain areas, and I think as long as there's an option somewhere, they can get around this. I'll get the answer and I'll report back.
All right. Thank you, Marshall.